This says Trump 2020, make liberals cry again. But Trump's the one who's not in office. So the liberals were happy about the 2020 election. So if there is a group that's crying about it, it would be conservatives.
He was first elected, and we were trying to, in 2020, we were trying to make that happen again, make them cry again.
But then he lost.
He lost, right, and now they're doing everything they can possible to stop him from even running in 24.
But if you had to say who's been crying about the 2020 election, who would it be?
What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here, and the good liars really know how to stir the pot. Davram Stifler, one half of a comedic duo, had this one MAGA nut job tangled up like spaghetti in a fork.
He won. There's not. We have had the evidence. All the documentation shows he won.
But what's the evidence?
There's a lot.
Like what?
Well, there's a lot.
But which one thing?
There's so much. I can't. Everything I have. Too much shows. There's a lot of evidence. All the documentation shows you guys that election was stolen.
But what one thing?
I mean, watching him freeze up was like seeing a deer caught in the headlights of a clown car.
There was a lot of elections stolen. Okay, bottom line.
But say one piece of evidence.
Like I said, if you have any other questions, you can ask them. I got no more. Okay. So you take that mic, go shouting where to shut.
Okay.
Seriously, it was like watching a comedy of errors unfold in real life. The Trump cultists went from confident to confused quicker than you can say covfefe. Ah, the Trump rally scene, where irony wears a MAGA hat and reality takes a back seat. It's like a gathering of folks who missed the memo on critical thinking and ended up at the wrong party. And don't get me started on the fashion show. Trump gear made in China. Talk about buying into the irony. So when TYT's Michael Shure drove into the Lion's Den interviewing these loyal supporters outside of a Michigan rally, you could have almost heard the cognitive dissonance echoing through the air as they dish out complaints about the very system they're feeding with their hard-earned cash.
Is there anything that Donald Trump could do now to lose your support for president?
Absolutely not.
I mean, what if he is convicted of these crimes?
If he's convicted of these crimes, then he's convicted. But
That doesn't bother you, though?
it does not bother me at all, no.
What about what he said the other day about NATO?
Absolutely.
You agree that
Absolutely.
that we should support Putin if he goes into another NATO country?
Absolutely. If they don't pay, we don't back them up.
And even, like, support Putin who's going in and invading?
Absolutely.
But why support Putin and not support Ukraine and not support Israel or Palestine now?
Because Putin's real to everybody's face. He's not a bull like half these other government officials around the world. These elite guys that run everything and have all of our government officials as a puppet, puppets. That's what they all are.
Supporting the Russian president is something that has not been American tradition, to say the least. To do that seems extreme to a lot of people. Why does it not to you?
To me, when you saw Trump and president, Korea backed down, Russia backed down, everybody backed down. There was peace everywhere. The second Biden got into office, war was talked about everywhere. Now we're at a point where they're talking about World War III. Now we got people coming in. We have actual terrorists coming through our border into our country, right in front of Biden's face, and he's doing nothing about it. He can bring all of his troops over here all he wants, because that's what they are. All these immigrants coming in through the border, all the men, they're all military. It's been noted and documented. He's bringing people over here to start and get votes, to lock up every patriot, to make it so that we can't even organize as a group anymore.
What is your group? Because I see the D for Detroit Tigers up there.
We're Proud Boys. We don't hide from anywhere, anybody. We're out here. We have no reason to hide.
Ah, the Kool-Aid drinkers of the cult of Trump. They're like a walking, talking infomercial for conspiracy theories. This guy had more wild tales than a soap opera marathon, spewing out every falsehood he picked up from the darkest corners of daytime treat TV. It's like he's got a subscription to the Conspiracy Theory of the Month Club.
You think that Donald Trump was more of a uniter or a divider or neither?
He was a uniter, 100%. Absolutely.
But here's the kicker. These folks are so deep in the rabbit hole, they've set up camp and started roasting marshmallows. They're the poster children for being bamboozled by the ultimate con artist, Donald Trump. They're like the sidekicks in a superhero movie, blindly following their leader without questioning a single thing. It's like they've got useful idiots stamped on their foreheads in invisible ink. In the end, it's a sad testament to the power of ignorance. These undereducated Trump supporters are like sailors lost at sea, clinging to a sinking ship that they mistake for a yacht. They've traded critical thinking for blind allegiance, and in doing so, they've become pawns in a game they can't even comprehend. What a group of losers, and that is an absolute fact. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.